Hi, good morning, good afternoon, not sure what time you're watching this, but hello. I'm Mr. Black Nicholas, or Mr. V. If you don't know me, I teach economics and business at Headington. And Mr. Hawkes was telling me about the £5 challenge, which I think is an incredibly cool idea. And I'm just here to give you some of my views on what you could do with your £5 in order to make the best return that you possibly can. Naturally, as the head of economics and business, I am thinking about this sort of stuff all the time. And if I had one piece of advice for you, how to get started with this entrepreneurial challenge, it would be, what do people want? Start thinking about what do people want and how you could somehow provide that given the £5 that you already have. In business, we call this sort of stuff marketing, understanding your consumers, understanding your market. Go out there, ask people, and I literally mean this. Go out and ask your parents, go out ask people you know. Okay, with £5, okay, I think something you should be aiming for is to try and make £10. That would be great, or maybe even make £20. So go and ask your parents, what are you prepared to pay for, mum and dad, for £10? What would you be prepared to pay for £20 for? And work out if there's a way that you can spend £5 to then provide that solution that they'll be happy to pay £10 and £20 for. Okay, so go out and ask them. But that's where you've got to be your start point. What do people want? What are people prepared to pay for? Okay, in business studies, as I say, we'd call that marketing. In economics, we just call that resource allocation. Okay, there is demand for a product, there's a demand for a service, and then the market, the entrepreneur, and that's you guys, the entrepreneur, tries to supply that product and satisfy the demand. So, in order to get you started, give you a few tips, I came up with my own list of about 10 things that you could possibly do with your £5. So one thing that I know teachers really like is tea and coffee. So I thought with your £5, you could go to Lidl, or you could go to Aldi, or a cheap supermarket, go and buy yourself, a tin of coffee, some sugar, some milk, come back, borrow a kettle from your home, bring it into the staff room, pitch yourself there for break time, lunch time, and just make coffees for staff, okay? Charge staff £1. I'd be happy to pay £1 for somebody to make my coffee, and there you go. I reckon you can make a decent sum of money just making coffees for staff on one day. And if you can't do it at school, go and ask if your parents don't mind you coming in one day during the weekend or something like that at their work, and see if you can make coffee for them. The thing I think I would be most likely to do if I was doing this challenge is to flip something. And by that I mean buy it at a low price, buy something at a low price, clean it, spruce it up, upcycle it, whatever you want to call it, and then try and sell it at double the price. And where can you get cheap stuff? Well, you could find cheap stuff on eBay, you can find cheap stuff on Gumtree. But at your age, there might be some problems with that. There's also a time lag, so I'm not necessarily advocating that. But one place you can definitely go every Sunday, car boot sale, Kassam Stadium. Get yourselves down there. You'll be amazed what you can pick up for 20p, 50p a pound. So you may even be able to buy a couple of things. Okay, as I say, spruce them up, wash them, and then you could put them yourself on eBay or Gumtree and try and sell them that way. I even thought it's a better idea, okay? If you and one of your mates get together, so 5 plus 5 equals 10, £10 gets you at a pitch at the car boot sale, okay? So you can get yourself a pitch, you can go down one Sunday morning, maybe with one of your parents, set up your car boot and sell all your stuff. Okay, so for £10, all right, I reckon you could make £80, £90 just by selling your stuff. Another thing I thought, all right, this would actually be quite a good one, okay, for me. Google Cardboard, all right, I don't know if you've seen this. This is the virtual reality headset that Google have bought out. I just checked on Amazon, it's $7.99. So two of you teaming up together, why not go and buy a Google Cardboard, all right, bring it into school, set up a stall and charge people £1 to use it, okay? Because there's all this technology floating about and everybody's interested in what it is. I'm really interested in VR, but I've never actually done the VR thing. If you came into school and set up a stall with Google Cardboard and had the headset, I guarantee you people would happily pay £1 just to experience it. Even if it was just a minute or 2 minutes, I can think at least 20 people would have a go at that. And again, you've doubled your money. You could host some sort of night. So you could host some sort of games night. I don't know if you've got a lot of board games in your house, maybe. Invite your mates round, okay, and spend no more than £5 on food and sustenance for the night. You can easily, with £5, get, you know, a bottle of squash. You can get some biscuits. You can get some crisps. Just going into Headington and going into Iceland, £5 goes a long way. Better yet, team up with one of your mates. Now you got £10. Now you can put on a much better spread. And for all the mates that come round, charge them £2. If you manage to get 10 mates round, that's 20 quid. And actually you've doubled your money. If the games night isn't your thing, then host a movie night. Okay, £5, that buys a DVD. Or it buys a Netflix subscription for a month. Charge your mates £1, £2. Okay, get them all over, as I say, just to watch the movie for a couple of hours. Okay, if it's 2 of you, then you could get the movie and you can get some food, and maybe, depending on how big your house is and how how happy your parents are to have people around, maybe you get 10 people around, that's 20 quid. If you're on social media, or rather if your parents are on social media, here's an interesting one. Do you have a skill? Do you have a skill that perhaps you could teach somebody else? And by that I mean, all right, perfect example would be, are you a really good piano player or are you a really good violin player? Because why not just say to your mum and dad, yeah, can you put on your social media site, my daughter was willing to give up half an hour to run a kind of intro into piano lessons or intro to the violin, okay? I'm not saying that you are a teacher. You don't need to be a teacher, but you do have a skill. And for half an hour, I tell you what, I would pay £10 to have somebody come in and sit with my daughter for 30, 40 minutes and try and, you know, have some fun at the piano and just bang around some keys, or, you know, put a violin on her and just teach her how some of the strings work on the violin or the guitar. Okay, if I try and get like a proper professional to come in and do that, that's 40 quid an hour. Okay, that's the market rate in Headington and North Oxford. Okay, you girls have a massive advantage here. All right, you could do this at well below the market rate. Nobody's expecting a professional service. All they want is 40 minutes of freedom whilst their kid is doing something fun on the piano. All right, I would definitely pay 10 quid for that. I don't know if you've got any talents in terms of hairstyles, braiding or things like that. You might be able to spend £5 buying whatever it is, the hair bands or the clips that help you to braid hair. Go and braid your friend's hair, watch the YouTube video, get a skill, work out how to do it, spend the £5 on hair accessories, and then do your friend's hair and charge them a tenner. Okay, then you've just doubled your money. Or if you don't like the idea of hair stuff, then nail varnish, okay? My wife is forever getting her nails done, about once every 2 weeks. She pays well over £10 to go and get her nails done. Nail varnish can't cost more than a £5. Go and buy some nail varnish and offer to do your friend's nails, offer to do your parents' nails, offer to do your friend's your parents' friends' nails, and charge them whatever. Charge them £5 a go. As I say, that's well below the market price. So buy yourself a shovel, okay, and start shoveling snow. Because I tell you what, my street needs shoveling right now, and if you came and knocked on my door, I'd happily pay you a couple of pounds to shovel my driveway. Go and shovel some snow. Another one I've thought about before, I've tried to get one of my young enterprise teams to do it 1 year, is why not spend the money? And again, a couple of you getting together, or maybe 3 of you getting together with £15. £15 can buy an awful lot. Why don't you make soap? Okay, soap. Everybody loves soap. People are always willing to buy soap. And if you go and make some soap, and I'm sure you can make soap, or shampoo, okay, I reckon you can easily make litres of shampoo for £15. All right, and because you've made it, all right, you've got a really good what we call USP, a unique selling point. Okay, not only I'm sure would your parents buy it, but your friends of parents would buy it, your granny would buy it. Okay, you could definitely make something like that and then sell it. Again, get on YouTube, just type in how do I make shampoo, ingredients for kind of not organic shampoo. People will definitely buy that, okay, especially if they know that you've made it, trust me. Right, another thing you could do, you could use that £5 to go and buy a load of stuff that'll help you wash cars, and then you can go to door in your neighbourhood and ask your neighbours if they mind you washing their car. You know, I quite often pay up to £10 to go and get my car washed at a car wash. If you knocked on my door and offered me a car wash for about £3, I would definitely take that. Okay, but with your £5 you can get some shampoo, you can get a bucket, you can get a sponge. That's all you need for a car wash. So go out there, buy it, go around, start washing some cars. Similarly to the car wash, you could wash windows. Okay, again, just buy the water, buy the spray ingredient stuff, buy yourself a squeegee mop, buy yourself a sponge. Go and ask people if they want their downstairs windows done. So I reckon here I've given you about 10, 12 examples of things you could do. Okay, it's not an exhaustive list. I'm sure you can come up with some other ideas, probably much, much better ideas than me. But the thing is about this challenge is, what we want you to start thinking about is, or what I think you should start thinking about is, what do people want and how can I somehow satisfy that want with either the talents that I already have or by spending my £5 with the tools and equipment that I can buy for £5. Okay, but start thinking about it from the consumer mindset. What is it that they want, and then can you provide that, or at least can you go some way to providing that?